Well, pardon the wind, folks, but it's windy and it's going to get 24 degrees tonight. And we came down the river to see if we can maybe try to save some of these younger fruit trees. There's not a lot of damage down here. And here's the little secret. That water right there is probably 50 degrees, maybe 45. And it's 18 feet below where I'm standing. So cold air will go out and fill that river up. And since the daggone river is really long and wide, it can take a lot of air. Well, we just got down here a few minutes ago, and our azaleas at home are hurt. And this azalea is not hurt at all. I'm sure it will be tonight when it goes to 24. Gladiolas, they don't really care. And peonies might get nipped a little bit, but it's not a big deal. Now out here the lower figs aren't hurt. Now, and hopefully these buds won't get killed tonight, but you can see it got damage up here on the top. It's not lethal. And see this one sitting that far from it, but see the leaves are older, but you would have thought that one would have got hurt. But it didn't, but you can see over here it's hurt. And then over here, I figured all these apple blossoms would be on the ground, because we were down here first of the week, and it didn't look like long before they would fall. And they're really here, but unfortunately tonight at 24, it's going to take them out. Now the saving grace is not all these fruiting spurs have come out, and that might be saving grace. As long as that little green there doesn't die, we'd have apples, but few of them. And this is, we've been working 2 years on this thing, and I'm trying to save it. We're going to try to cover it. And this grapevine here is a Carlos, and I want to save that, so we're just going to put a trash can over top of it. Then we'll go in the front yard. Now this is the one we'd really like to save. Pardon the wind, but it's howling. It's like 30 knots and it's about 47 degrees. It's got a lot of plums on it. We've taken, I've been using nylon ties for 30 years. And in case you haven't seen it, that's what they look like. This nylon hose cut into strips. And we tied this together so it's vertical. I put in a couple more chutes. I might put another one over there. And we're going to put that trash can over the top of it and get it down in here or let it rest on top of it. And this one, we have put 2 more bamboo chutes in it so that a trash can will sit on top of it. This is our crabapple. This one's a little taller, and we're going to try to take that trash can and put it on top of this, and hopefully we can get some of this inside and just hold it together as the other person puts the trash can on it. That's the plan. It might not work, but it's better than letting them get frozen if we could help it. Wife is over there, looks like Nanook up the north, trying to stay warm in this wind, and we bought that one to pollinate this one, and it did, and it had flowers on it, and we had a lot of plums on it, and I got a film of it I did a little bit back, but you can see that that is probably not going to make it. And everything that's hurt down here, the fig trees are all up on the top 6 feet or higher, and that either meant that the stuff below it was not tender enough to freeze, or the air below it wasn't that cold. Tonight it will be, and I'll come back when we got this fixed up to try to protect it. Well, the wind's died down for a second. We tied that all together, and we've got a trash can on top of it. We'll put canvas around the bottom. That one could be covered, and it's just sitting here. And I used my little nylon ties to tie these handles to that, so it'll be one piece. There's Nanook. And we took nylon ties and went all the way around here and lifted, gingerly got these back inside the wire. And we're hoping that that trash can will cover it all. Back in a while. This big thing sitting up here with the wind on it is a bit of a sail, so we tied it off to the wire cage on both sides, and then we took these and doubled it through the wire and drove it in there so it can't turn over. And we did the same thing over there, and we did the same thing here. So you can double it in, out, weave it, and when you put it in there, it won't go anywhere. Then all we have to do is wrap canvas around it. See, if you try to wrap canvas around it with nothing covering the top, there's no way to cover the top. This way you can wrap the canvas around the bottom of the trash can all the way down to the ground. And there is some inherent temperature in the ground because, you know, it's 5-6 feet below the ground, it's 54 degrees. So that would be enough to maybe come up inside there and keep this thing alive, or part of it. That's the plan. Well, we're trying to save this muscadine. We got 2-3 years in it. And so far it hadn't been hurt by the cold weather, but tonight's going to be really bad. I took my little nylon ties, and all these branches are going to be cut off at 2-3 buds, but I just tied them up to the ends, and I'm going to like tie that one out of the way a little bit. And I just bought a tarp to go over it because we're using all the other tarps out front, and I'm going to try to cover this and protect it with a tarp. Well, we got a trash can covering that plant. I got a trash can where I'm hoping something will come up from the roots on that one. We have tied this 10 by 12 tarp between the two poles, holding them all with the nylon ties. And we've got tarp, these pieces, you just little U's that you push in, and that'll hold it down. The wind will die down. We put duct tape on it. It's pretty chilly. Doesn't really want to hold. If the wind blows all night, the duct tape will probably be gone. But anyway, it's covered and should protect it a little bit. Let's see, today's Saturday the 9th, and it's 5 minutes to 5 on the East Coast. And this is their plum tree with all the plums on it. We were hoping to put some around the bottom, but we're probably not going to do it. And this is a little crab apple, and that's a thinner top, but it's wrapped around it about 4 times. And this is the other plum. Almost time to go up the country. Sort of blistery day.